Hey guys, how's it going? As promised in the last video that I brought you, I am going to answer the Q&A, the questions from the Q&A segment from my 750 subscriber Q&A that I posted a while back. It's probably been like about a month, so I know that it's been some time, and I really apologize that I didn't get to these questions sooner. Also, if somebody posted questions, or if anybody posted questions in a different video, because I know I talked about the Q&A before I actually did it, and it wasn't posted in the actual video that I posted, if this makes any sense, where I asked you to post the questions, I may have missed it. So if I missed any questions, or if you have any follow-up questions, or any questions that maybe you didn't ask originally, you can go ahead and post it in this video or in any of the ones that follow, because I know that this is probably going to be more than one part. I'll just start out with the first one that I have on my list. I wrote all these down. And that comes from Ultra Realism, really good YouTuber, and somebody who I enjoy his videos. So anyways, his question is, do you watch any current TV? And if so, what's my favorite show? I do actually watch some TV when I have the chance to. I know that I've explained to you how busy life can be right now with a job and everything. But some of the things that I enjoy the most on TV, really anything that comes on Discovery Channel. There's so many different shows that come on there that I love to watch. I mean, Dirty Jobs is one of those series that I've kind of gotten a little bit tired of. Also, there is the Mythbusters. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think off the top of my head because I don't have the answers written down. But Mythbusters is another one that I still enjoy quite a bit. And they have some other various ones that they show on there, Man vs. Wild, and I can't think of some of the other ones off the top of my head right now, but definitely the shows that are on Discovery Channel. I just think it's great programming, and it's funny to look at it now and see where they came from, which it used to be, you know, these kind of like boring documentaries, to where they are now, where it's really entertaining, but it's also somewhat educational. And I also enjoy the History Channel a lot. I like to, you know, just see different takes on, you know, past events and whatnot. Another show that I enjoy a lot comes on MSNBC on Saturday nights, I believe, and it's Lock Up Raw. It's just where they go into the prisons across the country and interview the inmates and show you kind of what's going on inside, you know, prison life. And it's kind of just interesting to see that and to hear them talking to different people and see how messed up some of these people are. One of my favorite shows probably of all time is the show Cops. I just think that I don't know, it's something about I don't know if it's the comedic side of it or what it is, but it's just, I enjoy watching it. I've been watching it for such a long time now, and it's been on TV forever, it seems like, and just a really enjoyable show. I would say that I'm also a fan of like the 24 series, although I have them on DVD and I've only watched up through like the second season. And there's a couple other ones like The Shield. I know that that's off the air now, but that was a great show. Currently, my favorite TV show, though, is a little bit of a different one, and I may take some heat for this, but the show Glee, which comes on Fox. I know it's a new series that just started up. If you haven't watched it yet and, you know, you're going to knock me for it, you should really just take the time to watch it and see what it's about. It may not be your cup of tea. There is it's somewhat of a musical, but it's not just that. I'm not a big fan of musicals, by the way, but I think the show's awesome. I mean, just the writing, what happens from week to week, and some of the stuff that just goes on, I think is really cool. And other than that, big sports fan. Right now, I've been watching a lot of the playoffs on TV for Major League Baseball, and that's because I'm a Phillies fan. I live, you know, in the area, and I've grown up watching them, so it's really exciting to see them back in the playoffs again this year, and getting really close to clinching another shot at the World Series. So we'll see what happens. I keep my fingers crossed, but at this point it looks like they'll be playing in the World Series. So thanks for your questions. Let me go ahead and move on to the next one. Next one comes from Nintendo Player 15, and his question is really a good one. It's what was your inspiration to join YouTube? You know, it's funny because, like, in the beginning I watched so many different types of videos, probably like a lot of you, and then I just started to discover the game community through looking up people's game rooms. I guess that was just something kind of intrigued me right off the bat. and started watching video game rooms, started watching people's PlayStation 2 collections, came across some DS collections, things like that. And originally, one of the first videos that really inspired me a lot, and it's funny how things come full circle, but there's a guy that goes by the name of Laren Von Baron. He has a really unique and interesting channel, but what intrigued me so much was his game room. And I watched that and I thought it was like the most pristine, meticulous, just overall gorgeous setup I've ever seen for a game room. I know it's not as unique as some of the game rooms out there, but this guy's got like 3 gigantic, I don't know if they're 62-inch plasma. I know they're huge, but these big screen TV setup in his game room, and it's such a clean setup, and definitely a really cool guy. But it's funny, he commented later on, down the road after I posted my game room, and he commented saying, you should go ahead and check out, he said, nice game room, you should go ahead and check out my game room. And the funny thing is, I was like, yeah, I've already done that, but it's cool how, like I said, things come full circle sometimes. But definitely, if you guys get a chance, check out his game room. Like I said, it's Laren, I think it's pronounced Laren Von Baron. The next question that he has actually is a follow-up question. It says, who inspires me on YouTube? I would say that there's several different particular people that inspire me on YouTube. Two of the people who have been most inspirational on YouTube would have to be Splatter Trigger and also Retrocalypse. I guess you guys could tell. I mean, some of my videos, especially the focus on the DS, you would definitely be able to come to the conclusion that there's a little bit of inspiration from Retrocalypse there. Just when I came across his videos, and the first ones that he posted were his DS collection, and his story's kind of similar to mine, how he got out of gaming and then found his way back into it slowly through the Nintendo DS. It was a lot like my situation, where I had fallen away from gaming and then kind of rediscovered it through the DS somewhat and through some other things. But when I watched his video collection and he showed off his DS collection, I thought, man, this is incredible. And it reminded me of what I loved about the handheld so much before I had gotten rid of most of my games. So I started to just rebuild my collection, and haven't looked back since. I know I'm not anywhere near the number of DS games that he is, but he's definitely a great inspiration. And also Splatter Trigger, like I mentioned. I mean, I just really enjoy watching his videos. And he was the same way. He's right around my age. He started off, gaming when he was younger, and then fell out of it, and then got back into it kind of through the DS as well. And I remember when I just, discovered his channel, how it was really cool seeing his DS collection, and then from there it really evolved into something else. And it's amazing to see that he held on to so many of these gems of games that he had that a lot of people would have just got rid of once they got out of gaming, but he stayed with it. And aside from those two people, definitely my inspiration really now comes primarily from my subscribers and from the people who watch my videos and comment and send me PMs. It means a great deal for me to receive those comments and for people to say that they're enjoying what they see from me. So I really appreciate that, and like I said, you guys are all my inspiration to continue to do my videos, because if it wasn't for the fact that I get the comments that I get, and I get more subscribers and things like that, I would probably just come to the conclusion that my videos sucked and I would take them down. So it's really a surprise to me, like I've mentioned before, but definitely you guys are my inspiration. Megasonic 831 asked me Sega Genesis or SNES. This is going to be based primarily on what I had as a child growing up, so I would have to say definitely the Sega Genesis. I never owned a Super Nintendo. When I was younger, it was just something like, you have one console or the other. You can't, I couldn't be too picky, and I would just pretty much, whatever my parents said I was going to get, or whatever they ended up buying for me for Christmas or birthdays or whatever it was, that's what I went with. Now looking back, had I really known then what I know now, the Super Nintendo probably had a little bit more in terms of some incredible games that I missed out on because I didn't own it. Now I'm trying to, relive what I could have had then, or trying to get that now through purchasing some SNES games and things like that.